One
Sure.
other thing about the mystery of Ingersoll Lockwood, I was really happy to hear you mention Michael Lammy or Michelle Lammy. I mean, I
Yeah.
know he's not an American, but he wrote a book that's very interesting to me. I know this because I have a relationship with his publisher, and
Hmm.
they said, well, he doesn't speak English, so you're not going to get that interview. But the book is titled The Secret Message of Jules Verne, Decoding His Masonic, Rosicrucian, and Occult Writings.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you read it, and it
Mhm.
does come up in this book, but tell us a little bit about that. I mean, I'm really intrigued by Jules Verne. Anything Hollow Earth, if I can find arguments to take Hollow Earth material and make it seem not so fantasy and more rooted in reality,
Right.
I try to do that. That's my bias.
Yes.
And
I'm
so
with you there.
this book speaks to me because it's like, oh, here it is. He's all connected to all this stuff. He obviously had insights. Talk to us about this book or what you got from it.
Well, also remember that one of the things that Verne included that you don't really hear talked about unless you read Lammy, which this is how I learned about it, was the Rennes-le-Chateau mystery. The Rennes-le-Chateau mystery is also embedded in these things that Lammy talks about. And, that adds another strange layer to, the whole picture because Father Saunier, who's at the heart of the Rennes-le-Chateau mystery, what did he learn? What was the secret? What did he find? Did he find an entrance into the subterranean world under Rennes-le-Chateau? Is that part of the mystery? Because remember, it's on top of a hill, a mountain. And that's where we find caves very often and entrances. So was Verne trying to, reveal that? And that ties in to the Nicolas Poisson painting, Et in Arcadia Ego, of course, which, ties into the discussion on landscapes. What were the landscapes that Poisson was really painting about? Showing that may have been knowledge of the New World before the New World was, made known publicly. And the Mona Lisa, is part of that. And when you get into these artists who are putting these unknown landscapes in their paintings, was this also part of revealing possibly entrances into the subterranean world? Now, Verne, most obviously, A Journey to the Center of the Earth, is his most obvious approach to that subject. I'm still processing what I read in Lammy because it really opened my eyes to Verne in a way that I had not seen before, and no one else has really discussed other than him.
I know it's so sad because I would love to get that interview, and I've done an interview through a translator, so it's not
Mm-hmm.
impossible that I could maybe get it done. But
Yeah.
I did copy this down. You say prolific author and pioneer of the science fiction novel, Jules Verne also possessed a hidden side that was encrypted into all of his works. His
Mm-hmm.
active participation in the occult milieu of late 19th century France. Among
Mm-hmm.
the many esoteric secrets to be found are significant clues to the Rennes-le-Chateau mystery, including the location of a great treasure in the
Mm-hmm.
former Cathar region of France and the survival of the heirs of the Merovingian dynasty. Verne's books also reveal Rosicrucian secrets of immortality, and some are
Mm-hmm.
constructed, like Mozart's The Magic Flute, in accordance with Masonic initiation. It has been suggested that the potentially mysterious Society Angelique was a secretive group that guided modern civilization through seminal advancements in thought and technology. Popularly included among its ranks are Da Vinci, Poussin, Dumas, and Jules Verne. So then the Poussin letter, this
Mm-hmm.
is another interesting thing you include in the book, but he wrote a letter. I guess this letter, he did not write a letter. He is the subject of a letter from Abe Fouquet, to his brother, who was the finance superintendent to Louis XIV. And this is what he says about the artist Nicolas Poussin. It reads, "He and I discussed certain things which I shall with ease be able to explain to you in detail, things that will give you, through Monsieur Poussin, advantages which even kings would have great pains to draw from him, and which, according to him, it is possible that nobody else will be able to rediscover in the centuries to come. And what is more, these are things so difficult to discover that nothing now on this earth can prove of better fortune, not be their equal." I mean, it's very interesting. He's like, this guy told me some interesting shit, brother, and I'm going to connect you guys, and he's going to tell it to you. It's like, this is not meant for public consumption. This is a private brother-to-brother letter.
Yeah.
I mean, there's clearly something going on there.
Well, and again, to bring it back to Napoleon Bonaparte, at the heart of the Rennes-le-Chateau mystery, you have the grave of a Madame de Hautpoul, and in that family, you had Colonel Hautpoul, who was an officer of Napoleon Bonaparte and was directly involved, was one of the two people identified as the discoverer of the Rosetta Stone, for instance, while they were in Egypt. But he was a member of this Rennes-le-Chateau connected family. And remember, Nicolas Poussin is linked to the Rennes-le-Chateau mystery because of his painting Et in Arcadia Ego, because that phrase, Et in Arcadia Ego, is on Madame de Hautpoul's, Madame Blanchefort, the multiple names, on that, the headstone that's at the heart of the Rennes-le-Chateau mystery, because Father Saunière, was focused on the gravestone at an Arcadia Ego. Now, one of Nicolas Poussin's descendants was also an officer of Napoleon Bonaparte and was one of the Bonapartists that came to the United States that then became an officer in the U.S. Army. And so you have to ask yourself, Napoleon Bonaparte, there he has two Rennes-le-Chateau links directly, access to them, linked to him. So, yeah, what did Napoleon learn? What did Napoleon know? And as you know, in Esoteric Napoleon, I get into some of these themes. Did Napoleon scry the future? Did he see the future? And you've got all these characters surrounding him. What did these people know? So therefore, it goes back to what you're saying with that letter, because it is an intriguing letter. What did Poussin know? What did he know that subsequently Father Saunière at Rennes-le-Chateau find out? What was the real? I don't think the secret of Rennes-le-Chateau is the information that Jesus was married to Mary Magdalene and they had a descendant. I don't think that was the big secret. I think it was something different.
Can you believe it, people? A video clip and a peek into how that sweet THC sausage is made. For some people, I'm sure it's nice to put a face to the name, so I started making clips that are a little more YouTube friendly than the full show tends to be. Get the full show on any podcasting platform. I prefer to keep it audio only, so we have a more decentralized distribution for a controversial show, and also so I can edit out the ums and ahs and barking dogs and all the things that happen when a person records in their home environment. And then if you really like the show, you can sign up for THC Plus, and instead of 1 hour interviews, you get the full 2 hour interview for just $8. I think that's a better deal, more of a win-win than asking you to support the show by booking a therapy session or buying generic Viagra. It's getting weird out there, folks. So just go to the highersidechats.com or click the link at the top of any set of show notes, and all your wildest dreams will come true. All right? All right.
The Higherside Chat Show. Quick call would